All right, Joanne's gonna do 2 demos at one time because it takes a little bit longer with her oven and things that she's doing. And she has a sous chef, which is Susie, and she's gonna help her along tonight. So she's gonna do the Brigadeiros and the chocolate Krinkle cookies at the same time. All right, you guys ready? Ready, Joanne and Susie?
Okay, I'm ready. So here's the deal. I was told decadent chocolate. No one gets to sleep in Deaton Creek tonight. Just saying. Roy, come over here. These are what I'm aiming for. The little round balls are the Brigadeiros. And then the big cookie is the chocolate Krinkle cookie.
Oh,
So this is where we're going for. I'm going to start with the Brigadeiros first. So I need to stay close to the mic over here so you can hear me. And, oh, it is decadent. This was made in Brazil by a chef back in the 1940s. And some of the ingredients that I'm putting in, I'm going to start with 3 tablespoons of butter, unsalted butter. And then I'm going to add a little tiny bit of salt. When you do baking and pastry, you use this, I don't care about the iodized or not, I go back and forth. You use the fine salt. And the recipe that I had did not include salt. This is too much. I'm taking a pinch. I'm taking a big pinch. There. Got the salt. Okay, now the next thing I'm putting in is sweetened condensed milk. What do you think sweetened condensed milk is? It's milk with what? Sugar. That's right. It has 2 ingredients. So over the holidays, I wanted to make some ice cream, and I wanted to make actually rolled ice cream. I found this recipe: sweetened condensed milk, 1 can, and then 15 ounces of heavy cream. Right. It never made rolled ice cream. What I did is I actually made gelato by accident. So if you ever want to make gelato. So here comes the sweetened condensed milk in here. Miss Sous Chef, if you would. Thank you so much. Next I'm going to add some cocoa. And when I was going through the cocoa, I used Walmart for my cocoa, great value. Okay, I'm a little on the cheap side. I'm not going expensive. It says cocoa. This is Aldi cocoa. I want you to look at the difference though. This is Walmart, and this is Aldi. Do you see the difference? So I put away my Aldi cocoa, and I am on to Walmart cocoa. That sounds good. Okay, so for the cocoa, I'm putting in 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Okay, got a question for you. Tell me. 4 tablespoons, you're baking and pastry. Did they say it's chemistry? It's an art. Is this a tablespoon? No. What you do is you hopefully find your knife. Nope, we're not finding a knife. Using the back of the spoon, this is a tablespoon. You passed. So, 4 tablespoons. Now that sounds familiar. What? If I didn't want to go by the tablespoon, how much cocoa powder would I use?
Quarter cup.
Roy! Was that 2? 2, yeah. Thank you. See, I need you here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I get sidetracked. 3. So, I did that, but I wanted to just talk a minute about what is a tablespoon. Great job. Susie, if you could stir that carefully. You can slide back to the stove. Off you go. Okay, Susie's going to mix that. While she's mixing, I'm going on to the cookie recipe. And I had to make this dough earlier today. Actually, I made it yesterday. Here's my dough for the cookies, right here. And you're going to see the difference. This was refrigerated. What I'm going to do is take a little scoop of this dough, and then I'm going to roll it in this powdered sugar. So, carefully, I'm going to be a big mess. Well, yeah. Just go like that. A scoop. Somehow or other, it'll all work out. But when you see it, when it first comes out, it's really, really wet. the refrigeration helps it tremendously. So I roll these in powdered sugar. That's how you're getting the crinkle. You know, this is a very old recipe. I seem to remember as a child my mother making these, and then they disappeared. So I don't know. Maybe they're making a comeback. I found these on the websites. It's like, oh, we must make crinkle cookies. And all the little kids think, my mom never made those. You need to make some. So I'm taking a scoop. It depends how big or how small you make them. And I'm putting it in there. And they actually kind of self-roll. So this isn't too bad. Now, if you have grandkids, this would be fun. Or you could get one of your neighbors come and do the rolling. It's a little bit difficult. My fingers are getting a hot mess over here. So if you have someone to help you, that would help out. You're going to want to put these on a parchment, or I have my silicone baking sheet, something, or nonstick. Roy, could you open the oven? Sure. Oh, bottom. Sorry, bottom. I'm going to bake these now for 12 minutes. There you go. You just keep stirring. You see how she's got that all incorporated now? Okay. So I have my timer going now for 12 minutes. And the next thing I'm going to work on is making my cookie dough. Try this way. In the large bowl, I'm going to whisk together cocoa powder, granulated sugar, canola oil. Then I'm going to switch to a spoon, and I'm going to mix in an egg and vanilla. So here we go. I already measured everything out, and I'm just going to run with it. I measured most everything out anyways. Yeah, I did. Okay, the large cocoa powder, granulated sugar, and oil. Oil, cocoa powder, granulated sugar. Here we go. We just pop that in the bowl. We've got some oil. And I'm going to go ahead and measure a 1/4 cup. Again, I'm just going to put it in here. I'm not going to try to smash it down and see how much cocoa I can get in there. I'm just being very light, very careful. And there we go. And I had more. I use Aldi powder all the time, but this just didn't work out. When I saw the difference in color, I'm sure it's just fine. I made brownies with them. They look luscious, but I didn't want to go between 2 different cocoa powders, and I really didn't feel like tasting it to see why they were different color. The ingredients were cocoa powder, and that was it, so good for me. Okay, so I mixed that together. Now I'm going to add 1 egg. This is actually, I'm doing a half a recipe right now. But this recipe makes a nice little amount. You don't have to have 50 cookies. That's good. I brought it down for you. We don't need that many cookies unless we have bunko, and we're bringing it for bunko. And if you have nighttime bunko, this is not good, because this is chocolate, and you know we all need to get to sleep at night. Okay, so I got the cocoa powder, I got the eggs in there. My last thing is vanilla. And because this is a recipe where the vanilla is not showcased, I'm just using plain old vanilla. If I wanted to showcase it, I'd use what, Roy?
Vanilla bean paste.
Yes, vanilla bean paste. I will not waste my vanilla bean paste on this. It'll be fine. How's it going? I'm gonna crank you up a little higher. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay? Yep. Okay. So we've got this mixed. Now what we're going to do is we've got the dry ingredients. So again, when you're doing baking and pastry, my hands are yucky. You sift the flour with the dry ingredients. Thoughts about that? Should I just throw the flour in, the baking powder, and the salt and call it quits? You want to mix everything together. Don't laugh at my sifter. It's just like mine. I've had this since the 80s. The 80s, definitely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the flour at the bottom. If I were to put the salt at the bottom with the baking powder, it would just go right through. I want to incorporate it. There goes the flour, it's just sitting at the bottom. See where?
Huh?
Okay. Then I have baking powder and fine salt. Okay, I put them together in this container. And sift away. So much fun. Bread flour you don't have to sift, it's coarser. When you're making bread, it's all good. You're going to beat that bread, that flour in your mixer or by hand. So now I want to keep everything, so I'm just going to work it through the bottom. All done. Got that? Okay. Now I need to change to a spoon. What I'm going to do, I've run out of ingredients. How's it going? Is it better? Oh, look, it's thickening. Yeah. Yeah. Roy, get over here. Do you see this? Do you see this? It's just start. You see?
Oh, yeah.
You are doing great. The Brazilians are going to hire you. Okay. Now, I'm going to dump all this flour in this cookie dough at once? No. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And I'm not going to weigh it or measure it. I'm just dumping. So this is the first one, and if you're going to go fast and furious, you're going to end up with flour on Roy. Right? Look at that. Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
Oh, see? You're doing good. Keep going. Yeah. You got to keep that pan on the stove. By the way, that's a copper core pan. I'll run an ad. All-clad copper core pan. It has copper around the bottom, and it is what? You see that? The copper? Okay, now I'm going to lower you down.
I just did.
Okay, you're doing good. It is really great conductor of heat. This is number 2. Mix it together. See, I told you you were going to be done when I'm done.
Yeah.
You're not nervous, are you?
No.
Look at that, it's getting lumpy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Is it supposed to?
Yeah? But again, you've got to test it. Go test and see. When you go like this,
Yeah.
look at that. You see that? I'm going to give you a half a minute.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm mixing this in. And so can you see how if I told you you're going to mix this and then you're going to make balls with this? That's not happening. Just plan on working this dough the day before, the morning before. Give it at least 4 hours. And then, oh, we need to check the cookies. Beautiful.
Want me to get?
How's that?
Oh,
Yeah. Roy's cookies. Okay, you're done. So, we're just going to hold on that. So, you just work the cookie dough and then plan on later just making your cookies. Now, I've got 3.5 minutes for these cookies. So, we're done over here. What I'm going to do is take some butter, and I'm just going to butter this pan. This is a plate. And the little ladies in Brazil did this to cool off. This is too hot, way too hot. Butter it, and then, So I have a little history on Brigadeiros. I have to pull up my little pink sheet, my notes, to tell you about this. This is a political dessert. Back in the 40s. The little ladies were doing this as a fundraiser for their favorite political person. They did not have a lot of money. It was invented by a baker in Rio de Janeiro. You see that it's just so light. It's so easy. The ingredients are great, just great. They're very rich. You're going to find out. You will not be sleeping, trust me. Okay, so what I did at home, actually the first time I made these, I had an accident and they did not roll up into balls the way this will. And I discovered that there's another type of Brigadeiro. It's called Brigadeiro Colero. And oh my goodness, I saw videos, they were in Spanish or Portuguese, I'm not sure which. I don't know either language. And they put this, it wasn't cooked this hard, it was cooked about maybe 5 minutes, you know, when it was loose and you were having a panic attack up here? Yeah, about there. They put it in a bowl, they cool it a little, they put the sprinkles on top, and they get these tablespoons and they're scooping this stuff. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Too much, too much. Okay, now, I have Brigadeiros. Where are they? Right here. Oh, so another thing I want to talk about. Yeah, before I roll this, we'll take a break. I'll do an education break with you. Okay, baking soda, baking powder. I had a discussion with someone recently. What's the difference? If I have baking soda, can't I just use it instead of baking powder? It just feels... Oh my gosh, have I taught you this already? No? Okay, well, this is what I found on Dr. Google. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. It needs an acid and a liquid to activate and produce carbon dioxide. See, I told you. This is chemistry, very serious. So when it says baking soda, first thing you do is you check, is my expiration date good? Let me see about this one. I don't know where it is. There it is, October 27. If it expired, don't use it. Just go get some more. Don't use it. You're going to have a failed recipe. Baking powder. I didn't know that there's double-acting and single-acting baking powder. Have any of you heard of single-acting baking powder? No. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look on Amazon, see if I can buy some. Anyways, baking powder has the same sodium bicarbonate. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my assistant, could you take my cookies out, please? Thank you. Okay. You're great. Hired. Okay, so we're just going to let them sit over there. Great job. The sodium bicarbonate, and it also has an agent, usually cream and tartar, and a drying agent, starch. And it has a base, it has leavening. The baking powder single just does leavening when it's moistened.
Right.
The baking powder, double acting, that's what you get at the store, when it's moistened and when heat is applied. Who knew, huh? Okay. I'm not done, I'm not done. No, no, no. We must Brigadeiro. My assistant Susie, could you give me a couple of those, please? Now, what I'm going to do to save my hands is I'm going to butter my hands. I found that after going through some more videos. How do I do this without getting chocolate all over my hands? So, I have buttered hands. I'm going to rip off a piece. Look at this. Rip off a piece. You're making fudge. You're rolling it, rolling it, rolling it. Okay, I wouldn't normally do this, but you know, whatever. Just put it in there. I'm almost out. Roll it, put it in. These you can freeze. Confession. I made these a couple weeks ago. I was busy this past weekend. I had midterms. I'm going to school. I was stressed. I don't have my test results back, so I'm still a little stressed, but that's okay. I'm not sleeping tonight, so I'll be up all night watching Netflix, enjoying myself. I go to school tomorrow, and I'm just rolling these. Miss Susan. Oh, here we go. Here, let's go over here. Susie, I think you need a reward. Oh, well, you can have a reward too.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah. Me? I have had a couple of these already today. Okay, Roy's reward. Susie's reward. Now, when you eat a Brigadeiro, I don't want to see you just pop the whole thing in your mouth. You need to enjoy, you need to savor. So, you take a bite. Susie, get Susie. Oh, you're in heaven.
Delicious.
Okay, so back to the cookies, just a quick little minute. What I do is I leave the cookies just sit there. Oh, this is a big one. Roy, I'm gonna give you this one too. I goofed. This is a big Brigadero. I was up in Massachusetts last summer visiting family, etc. And I went to my favorite Portuguese bakery. They had Brigadeiros. Oh, thank you. Oh, and you're thinking what I need. You're so good. I'm done. They had Brigadeiros, but they were huge. I was there for the linguiça rolls. Linguiça sausage rolls. Delicious. Okay, so these cookies, when you get them, okay, here you go. It's not that hot. It's not that hot. Roy, here you go.
God bless you.
When you break into it, it should be soft on the inside and crunchy around the edges. Do you agree? I hope. It's
Go ahead
great.
and break it in two.
Break into it. There you go. Okay, so the edges should be a little crispy and they're soft on the inside. So, I hope you make these recipes. Any questions?